Today, I invite you to join me on part 2 of our diesel disaster as we look at some of the new surprises that came once those motors were operational. Today on Austin's American Fly. Alright, so I managed to get the reversing unit to cycle real good now. See that little lever on the side? It was getting stuck. I also found fingers tension wasn't right on the top one, and then one of the fingers on the front one was sliding off the side of the drum, which suddenly I couldn't get the engines to run at all, motors to run. Finally figured that out. I also have messed some with this brush holder. The spring was off, and when I put the spring back on, the motor was really sluggish. The RPMs were much lower than what the front one was. So I worked on tensioning the spring a little bit more. I also gently bent this brush holder a little bit, and whoa, there we go. And the RPMs are doing better now. Okay, so that was one thing, or a couple things. Now here's something else that I'm a little concerned about. Do you see how this armature is bouncing around? That, and it's also, you can hear it make a noise. I'm wondering if the thrust plates, which the thrust plates are on opposite ends, I'm wondering if those are missing. I mean, will it run? Yeah, but you're going to get some pretty hard wear, I'm afraid. So here I am to update the latest and the greatest on this Alco project that was sent to me. The first thing I probably should say is I was able to get an insulated pull-more tire that I will replace the oddball, strange, not sure where in the world someone thought that this one would be a good, let's see if I can get my, yeah, you can see the so that's the width. The diameter is a whole nother story because it's not large enough diameter. So when the front truck is on the track, if everything's balanced, that tire's up in the air. But that doesn't happen. Everything gets kind of cocked, and so you've got always at least one tire that's in the air on the front truck with that oddball tire in position. So that's going to get changed out. The other thing I noticed was the front motor had a lot of lateral motion, way more than I thought was healthy. And I asked the question of the owner, do you know what thrust plates are? Is there any chance those are missing? He sent me back a picture and said, well, I cleaned the engine, took it apart, and this was left in the bottom of the can where I had my cleaning detergents, and there was one thrust plate. But now that I have this apart, there's actually no thrust plate on either end. So that explains the lateral motion. So an issue somewhat resolved, at least know what's triggering the crazy motion, and now to get the right parts in place and get this back together. Well, thanks again for tuning in today. The progress continues, and at least now we know what needs to be ordered. At least I think this will take care of some of the apparent issues that have been revealed. So we'll continue this project next week. So until then, take care of yourselves. God bless. Enjoy your trains. We'll see you. Bye-bye.